Alright, welcome! And in this short video you're gonna learn the Dutch alphabet and how to pronounce it. So the Dutch alphabet contains the same 26 letters as the English alphabet, although the names of the letters are pronounced differently, which may cause some confusion. Dutch is entirely phonetic, meaning that every letter has only one sound. So once you learn the alphabet, you have laid a solid foundation to progress from. So just practice repeating the sounds of each letter until you get it, and try using it in words yourself. Alright, so let's dive into it. So of course I said it's the same as in English. So what do you think is the first letter in the alphabet? A. And in Dutch we say actually A. So what do you see on your screen? You see the letter, you see a capital and the normal type, then you see the pronunciation, so that's a little bit of a help for you to remember and to pronunciate after the course. Then also explanation, so there's many times there's one word or a little explanation in there, and then we have some other examples, okay? So let's dive into it. So the first letter, as I mentioned, is the A. So in Dutch we say A, in English you say A, but in Dutch we say A. So you say that the same, the explanation, as in Amsterdam, Amsterdam. So the A sound in English is in Dutch, it's A, Amsterdam. So let's look at some examples. So we have Alaska, Maria, and Panama. So that is the A. Can you repeat after me? A. Okay, good, well done. Then we go to the letter B, and that is the B in Dutch. We say B and it almost sounds like a bay, right? So that is the B. So the explanation of that letter is the following. So it's pronounced as a B in boy. And if it's at the end of a word, and I'll show you an example, if it's at the end of the word, then it's actually more pronounced like a P at the end of a word. So let's look at an example. So for example, the first one, bravo, bravo, you see. And then you have Alabama, then it's also a B. But if it's at the end, so if you see with that word, it's lab. So in Dutch it's a P sound at the end, but it's a B sound in the beginning of a word. So let's practice that sound. So repeat after me. B. Yes, B. Good. Then we of course go to the letter C. And the C in Dutch is the C. Right? Almost like to say something, right? Say. So let's look at the explanation of that. So it is like an S sound before the I and the E and the Y. For example, in say. Then it's that S sound, right? The C, say. And it's pronounced more as a K sound if it comes before an A, an O, or a U and consonants. So for example, we have the K and then it's more in cat. So you hear the difference? So we have say, or we have cat. So that's a different sound. So let me show you an example. So this one, it starts in the beginning of the word and the next is an A. So Canada. So then it's more pronounced like a K route, right? But with Cecilia, you see, then it's more the S sound. The say. Okay, repeat after me. Say. All right, good job. Let's go to the next one. And that is the letter D. And the letter D in Dutch is pronounced as day. The day. Okay, so the explanation of that is as the D in Dutch, right? Dutch. But as a T at the end of a word. So in Dutch, when you see a D at the end of a word, it's actually pronounced as a T. Let's look at some examples. So for example, the word David. Right? David. So you hear in the beginning I make a D and in the end I make a T sound. David. Then we have the word Granada and Ted. You see, it's a D in the end. So in English you would say Ted and in Dutch you would say Ted. But remember, in the beginning of a letter it is the D sound. So day. Repeat after me. Day. Okay, good. Then we go to the next letter and that's the E or the E in Dutch. The E. Okay? The E. And many times the E in a word becomes more of a So if we talk about the alphabet and we talk about a specific letter, we say it's the E, but then many times when you pronounce it's different. So look at the explanation. So as in met, you see, as in met. So in examples, Emma, Ted, right? But if you pronounce it as a letter in the alphabet, you say E. So repeat after me, E, or All right, good. Let's go to the next. What do you think is the next? And that is the F, of course, because it's the same as the English alphabet. So the F in Dutch is actually also the F. It's pronounced almost in the same way, right? F. So explanation as in fish, right? And there's some other examples there. Franco, café, Ralph, right? All F sounds. So repeat after me, F. All right, good job. And then we go to the letter G. And the letter G is pronounced in different ways. It's pronounced as G of G. So depending if you're in the northern part of the Netherlands or in the southern part or in Belgium, it's pronounced differently. So let's say for the pronunciation of this one, G. So explanation as in the Spanish log, or in the Spanish gota. And an example if that is also, for example, Bach. Or you could also say with a soft G, Bach. So both can be possible. So you can say G or you can say G. Okay, repeat after me. G. All right, good. Then we go to the next letter. And that is, of course, the H. The H in Dutch is the H. The H. Not such a difficult letter, I think, for most people. So we pronounce it as H, and the explanation as in hand or Holland. And then some other examples are hi, Bahamas, mitzvah, right? So that is the H. Repeat after me. H. Okay. Then we go to the I, and the I is the I. The I in Dutch. So as a letter, it's pronounced as an I in the alphabet, but when we explain it in a word, we say for example, as in ink, right? So an example of that is also igloo or mini. Yes, so that is the and in the alphabet we call it the I. So repeat after me, I, or I. Okay, well done. Let's continue. Hang in there. We go to the J. The J, and in Dutch it is the J. The J. So a little bit explanation about that. So the Y as in you. So if you say you, that is the sound. You, you, right? And not as the J in job. So if you say job, you say j. That is not the sound. That is not the sound of the J. The Dutch sound for the J is U, or example, yoga, right? Yoga. So ye, repeat after me. Ye. All right, well done. Let's continue. We go to the K. And in Dutch, the K is the K. So the explanation of that is the same actually as in the English word kiss, right? Kiss, the K. And then some other examples are kiwi, okay, mark, right? K, the K sound. So repeat after me. K. Okay, good. And we continue. We go to the letter L. We're progressing very well, so that's good. The letter L is actually almost the same as in English. We just say L. So an explanation of that is as in language, right? Language. So that is the L. Other examples, Laura, Claudia, Brazil, right? That is the L. So repeat after me. L. Right, good. Let's progress to the next one. And that is the M. The M sound. Similar as in English. And for example, as in moon. moon. So that is the M sound. And some example of that are, for example, Maria, Maria, Amsterdam, the M sound. Okay, repeat after me. M, Yes, exactly. So that is the M sound. Then we have a sound that's quite similar, right, in English too, and that is the N, the N. So before it was the M, and this is the N, N. And the explanation of that is S is in Netherlands, right? Netherlands. So some other examples are New York, Anita, John. So the N, N, N. All right, good, well done. Then we go to the O, and in Dutch the O is also O. So in Dutch you say O, and in Netherlands you say O. So it is similar as we look at the explanation as in old. Other examples are okay, hotel, Paulo, O. Yeah, that is the sound. Repeat after me. O. Yes, great. Then we go to the P, and in Dutch that is the pay. So that's to pay something, right? Pronunciation is similar to pay something. And if we look to the explanation, then we see, as in, for example, Poland, P, Poland. Some other examples are Panama, or Philippa, or top, right? P. So it's the P sound, the P. So repeat after me. Pay, P. Okay, good. We progress to the Q. And the Q in Dutch is the Q. And the explanation is pronounced in Dutch like queen. The Q sound, right? Queen, Q. And another example of that is Qatar or Iraq. Yes, so that's the Q sound. Q. Repeat after me. Q. All right, nice one. Let's continue. And that is the R. Okay, that's a letter that's a little bit different for you probably. So the R in Dutch is pronounced as R. Right, it's quite a different letter. It's made in the back of your mouth and the top of the throat basically. R. It comes from the French language, and that's why people who have some French background, they probably find it easier. So for example, Russian. So examples are that of Robert, Portugal, Qatar, R. So repeat after me. R. Yes, difficult one. That one you really have to practice and get a hang of it. Then we go to the letter S. And the S is similar as in English, so the pronunciation is S. And explanation is, for example, as the word Swedish, right? Swedish. And some other examples of that are Sam or Eskimo or Paris, right? That's the S sound. Good. Then we go to the T. And the T in Dutch is the T. Right? So explanation of that is as, for example, in Turkish, or for example, Taiwan, or Ontario, or Jeannette, the T. So repeat after me. T. Yes, exactly. Good job. Then we go to the U, the Dutch. In Dutch we say the U. Right, so the explanation as in put, and not as in but, right? It's not a but, it's the U, more U. So for example, Uzbekistan or Lulu, U. So repeat after me, U. Okay, nice one. Let's continue. We go to the V. And the V in Dutch is the V. And if you look at the explanation, you can say it's like a F or a V, depends on your country. I think it's more of a V sound, like in voice, right? Voice. So you push your upper teeth a little bit on your lower lip. Voice. And some examples that are, for example, the Vatican or bravo. V, v. So repeat after me. V, 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 v. Yes. All right. Nice one. We go to the W. The W. And the W is the way. The way. It's almost like a way, right, in English. The way. And the explanation is like, for examples, in windmill. Windmill. Other examples are wow or Hawaii. So that is the way. Way. Repeat after me. Way. Way. Yes, that is the way. And then we go to the X. And the X is a little bit different in Dutch. We say X. X. For example, as in explanation, as in complex, right? It's a X sound. Other examples are X-ray, Alexandria, Alex, X, X. Repeat after me. X, X. Yes, good. Then we go to the Y. That is the I. The I is not so common in Dutch. You don't see it so much. In English you see it much more. In Dutch you see it not so often. So the pronunciation of that is the I. The I. And the explanation as in type. Type. So other examples are yo-yo or okay. But you see with those examples, if the I comes in a first position or in a last position, that it's actually more pronounced as a ye. So you see yo-yo and okay, then it's pronounced as a ye sound. But if it's in the middle of a word, then many times it's more pronounced as a I. Type, type. Okay, good. Then rapapa, rapapa. We go to the last one, and that is the Z sound, and that's in Dutch Z. Z. So z. So the explanation as in Zulu. Zulu. Other examples are Zulu, Amazon, jazz, z, z. So repeat after me. Z, 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 z. Yes. All right. Very good. We've done already 26 letters. That's fantastic. So I want to tell you a little bit more. What are the benefits of learning the alphabet? The benefits of learning the alphabet. So as mentioned, the Dutch writing system uses the alphabet. So if you master the alphabet, then you can read already, right? So originally, the Dutch alphabet is based on the Latin alphabet and has 26 characters. So the Dutch language is closely related to both German and English. And a lot of language experts say that the language is a combination of characteristics between German and English. And a language's alphabet is very important. It is the foundation of the language. So it is good for you to learn to master the alphabet. And once you know the alphabet, you start recognizing symbols and words, and this will encourage you because you will see your own progress and you will feel motivated to learn more. Even just learning the basics of the alphabet will help you to start recognizing simple Dutch words, and you will feel great. Also, knowing the alphabet will help you greatly with pronunciation, because the individual letters will help you to discover the nuances and complexities that you are not always aware of when you simply listen to words. So go for it. Learn the alphabet so well that you are able to recite it whenever and wherever you are. But I also got a little bit of a quiz for you. I want to test you on the information I've given you in this course. So let's see if you remember some things that you've learned. So here we go, the first one. That is, how many letters does the Dutch alphabet contain? So is that A, 20? Is that B, 199? Is that C, 26? Or was it D, 32? How many letters does the Dutch alphabet have? And I'm going to tell you, you can think about it. Do you remember? And the right number is, of course, number 26, same as the English, 26 letters in the alphabet. I have one more question for you. The Dutch language is closely related to, what is the answer again? Do you remember? Is that A, Greek and Latin? Or is it B, Spanish and Italian? Is it C, Arabic? Or is it D, German and English? So think about it for 3 seconds and then I will tell you. click, clock, click, clock, click, clock. Here we go. And the answer is, of course, D, German and English. So if you speak German and or English, you will have a bit of a benefit in learning Dutch. If you don't, no problem either, but it will help you a bit. Talking about help, I've provided a tool for you that will help you in this course, and these are flashcards. So using flashcards for language learning is a great way to reinforce words and concepts. So the language cards, the flashcards, they look as following. You have a letter, then you have the pronunciation of the letter, and then you have some example words that you can use, right? And you might ask, okay, where do I get those flashcards? You can download them. So attached to this course, you can follow the URL. If you follow the URL, there's a PDF in there. And what you do, you download the PDF, you print it, and you cut it out in small little cards. And those cards you can put in your pocket, and throughout the day you can shuffle them and practice your Dutch letters, right? Okay, so I hope you really enjoyed this course and I hope you learned a lot. But maybe some of you want to learn more, right? Because the alphabet is only the basics. I do have more for you. Let me give you a quick overview of some courses that I have already for you that you can learn more from. So I have courses to how to say please and thank you in Dutch, how to say hello and goodbye in Dutch, how to say happy birthday, how to say I love you in Dutch. And we also have other courses like how to count in Dutch, how to name and pronounce colors. And then of course today we spoke about learn the Dutch alphabet and pronunciation, but I also have a module about telling the time. And these are just a few examples of the things that you can learn. So I hope that I can see you in one of the other courses. I can greet you there and I can help you to learn more Dutch. So see you in the next course. Until then, bye bye.